not, the score is the same.
It is.
It
Yep.
is 15-0 Fairview.
I just apologize. I'm just upset. This is the biggest and closest regular season game we've had all season long. Final game of the regular season, and we can't stay live, and it's out of our control, really.
Yeah.
So
well,
I just apologize about my frustration. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
No, it's irritating, but
No.
not as irritating as Coach Bolding feels right now.
No, absolutely not, because we're not used to seeing his team down by any margin at halftime. Normally, it's, we'd be expecting a running clock by now.
Yeah, if not now, not at the beginning, within 5 minutes or so of the kickoff. Speaking of kickoff, we talked about this right before halftime, and it ended up being the call on the field was a personal or an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yes.
After the whistle, so now Fairview's going to be kicking off from their own 25, which if you're Parkview, it's music to your ears because you've got to get off to a good start in this half because we were looking at the standings in halftime, and it's conceivable. Unlikely. Parkview's almost certainly locked in as the 2 just based on point differential. But if Parkview were to lose this game, it is possible that they drop all the way to a 3 seed, which would send Parkview on the road for the playoffs for the first time in the first round, and I don't even know how long.
And here's the kick away. It's being kicked off from the 25. Jermaine Penny gets under it. He makes the catch, and he's going to find some open room to the right side. Cuts, trying to reverse his field. Great field position to start the opening drive of the second half for the Patriots. And this is really the downside for Camden Fairview of choosing to return the opening kick because they inadvertently gave Parkview this big advantage.
Yeah, big advantage. Parkview needs to get off to a quick start, obviously. That here down 5 to begin the second half. Fairview's a good football team. They've won a lot of football games. They know how to win. They are playoff tough, and they are loaded with seniors. But Parkview is the better football team, and they have got to go out and prove it right now.
1st and 10. And a handoff up the middle. Look out. Finds some open room. Makes a big cut and almost a hurdle, but he's finally stumbled down to about the 20. Cameron settles, and we got a Cardinal down the backfield. Slow to get up, but he's on his feet. He's okay.
Looks like he's going to try and stay in the game there. That's no, they're going to pull him out. Smart move by the coaching staff there. This is where the cream has got to rise. I think we're going to see a lot of 27 with the football in his hands.
So it is a first down for Parkview at about the 20-yard line. And so we got
free 5 for Parkview right there. They did what Fairview's been trying to do all night, change up the snap count, and the defensive line for Fairview jumped. For the troubles that Parkview's had defensively, they've been very disciplined on the snap count so far today.
Very, very good. So now it's 1st and 5 from the 15. Looks like Manny's changing the play from the line of scrimmage. Can hand off up the middle to Cameron. Settles, lowering his shoulder. I mean, that is just a tough running back. Very, very hard to bring down. And I think it looks like they're going to move the chains as he's inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I think we're going to see 27 left, 27 right, 27 up the middle until they can stop it.
There's so many talented running backs, so you might not only see 27.
True,
you might see number 1 or number 22. Here's 27, though. Cameron Settles looks like he got a little bit of bad footing there as it looked like he slipped as he was also being tackled. So.
Well, and I couldn't see which – I got to get my field glasses out again because I couldn't see which defender it was, but he grabbed the arm and it looked like he's yanking at the ball and kind of yanked Cam back a little bit.
So during one of the breaks as we started the second half, I tried to look at the replay for the minor scuffle that happened. I think it was number 72 for Camden Fairview, Carson Hill, who made the initial contact. I don't see him on the field at all. I'll look out for him. Bunting to the end zone, firing. Touchdown, Parkview! A late signal time, and the Parkview Patriots take the lead. Was that Kyrick Fultz? Yes, it was.
Nice job of coming. I thought he had it, but I didn't get a good enough look. And again, don't expect to get that on the road.
No.
But he got his arms underneath it. It looked like from our vantage point. We'll get a look on the replay later, but right now. Whether it was or wasn't is irrelevant. No replay at this level, so we're kicking for the extra point now.
Aguilar's kick is up, and it is good. It's now a 2-point lead for the Parkview Patriots.
Important. It's exactly what he had to do. Just over a minute to go, just a minute gone rather in the first half, the second half, and Parkview's running. A little surprised the Bowling didn't go for 2 right there.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get on rhythm. 1 and 2, there's no difference between 1 and 2 points in this game right now.
Really, yeah.
But also early third quarter, it shows he's got some confidence that they're going to cure what the problem has been, and this is not going to be a back and forth ball game. Because he clearly has confidence that they're going to fix the problem.
Yeah, the first half was just mistake after mistake after mistake, and Parkview looked like, because Parkview had a mishap on a kickoff return about 2 minutes left in the second quarter, and it looked like they put Camden Fairview in really great scoring position, but they didn't score at all. They made a defensive stand near the last closing minutes of the half, and to come out swinging like this and getting the lead back, that's a major momentum shift.
And you look back, I mean, obviously this here got the safety, which obviously is not on the defense, but 2 touchdowns they gave up. One of them was built off of a busted coverage play. It's kind of almost like a Hail Mary. So, sustained drives, Fairview has had a sustained drive. They've been able to move the football, but it's not as though they're just lining up and running over everybody.
There's the kick. It's also going to be a high kick by Solomon Aguilar. Very common theme here for the kickoffs.
Well, and Fairview did. They learned from Parkview's mistake at the end of the first half. One guy, he calls the fair catch. Everybody gets away from him. He catches the ball. That's a smart way to go about it right there. Now the shoe is really, the onus rather is on Parkview. Are they going to be able to shore up and solve this quad, wide open offense that Fairview's running? It's interesting because they are running, they're spreading the field all over the place. They ran 4 wides most of the first half. They're going to go back with 1 back in the backfield here to start, but they have really stretched the field.
1st and 10. Atkins looks to throw, firing near side, loses it. Incomplete. Trent Hago dropped it.
Yeah, Hago heard the footsteps. 27 is coming right at him. And
Here comes up.
Yeah, he turned his head and tried to look upfield before he had the ball in his hands. Common mistake out of the backfield, especially when you've got somebody like Cam Sells coming right at you.
I'm going to test myself here and see if I can watch this play through my binoculars. We'll see how this goes. Here's Atkins rolling out to his right side. Look out, hit as he throws, and it goes out of bounds. Good coverage by Micah Johnson again.
Yeah, that was a really good downfield getting upfield rather from Micah Johnson. When they had a run, they had the running back in there, and Micah just kind of ran underneath them and around them. And that really disrupted because they had the personal protector in there, just couldn't protect.
Yeah,
and ended up really disrupting the timing on it. They were trying to just do a quick swing. They wanted to get 4 to 6 yards, try to get him in good position. Now, 3rd and long, deep in your own territory, Fairview's got to come up with something quick to move these chains.
3rd down and 10. Atkins fires. A little contact as he threw. Pass is complete. I don't think that it was enough for the 1st down. That was Will Henton on the reception. Quickly pushed out of bounds as he threw the football. So he's going to be, they're not even close enough to the 1st down stick.
That is a tough throw to put on a high school quarterback. You're throwing all the way across the field. That's a 40-yard throw for 6 yards or 4 yards. To get it all the way across the field like that. They're going with this pooch approach here. They've got to keep Parkview honest.
Jermaine Penny's going back to return a potential punt.
Yeah, I think Penny's basically your deep safety right here. You got to play coverage up front, though.
And as you said, you got to play it safe because, especially in the first half, Fairview's been drawing up some trickery as they call their first timeout of the half. But you just don't know what they're going to call because they have such a dynamic list of formations, the dynamic playbook, really, that you just don't know what they're going to drop next.
Well, they obviously the 2 punts that they've executed have been deep punts that have been not out of a punt formation. They've had the traditional offense on the field. They're reading what Fairview's given them.
Right.
What Parkview's given them. Fairview, interesting. We're not even 2 minutes into the second half. They've already burned a timeout.
I know that's
really
very
come back to bite them.
Yeah,
I think this is where maybe coaches are overthinking a little bit.
Maybe
you just line it up, kick the ball, or put out or run your pooch. And if you don't get what the look that you want, go ahead and kick it. They've executed that so well twice. But Parkview, once again, they're just now they're moving back to just running traditional defense.
Nobody's back. Because, like I said, they always look like they're going to line up to pass it deep, and this time they are. And look out, pocket collapsing. Atkins somehow gets away. Contact as he throws. His receiver might have been out of bounds.
He's out.
And I didn't really see an incomplete or complete signal.
The side judge here got kind of covered up on the side. I think from my seat I could see a little better. He was
from the
immediately. He obviously caught the ball, but he was, came out of bounds. That was a Houdini act right there, just to even get the ball off. And then
Houdini's in the house.
Thought maybe he was going to scramble and get those 6 yards on his own.
Oh yeah.
Saw the receiver. He was there. They just didn't have enough field. And that's these are timing issues. This is when you get them off schedule and you get them off time. This is a problem. And now Parkview's got a chance to try to separate. This is an important drive for both teams.
Bunting looks to throw, fires near sideline, looking for Fulks. Overthrew him.
Nice job defensively right there by Fairview. That defensive back, I believe that was number 9 in coverage. Yeah, it was, and he was able to get back and use
McAdoo.
McAdoo, thank you. He was able to use the sideline as his extra defender there.
Yeah.
And really keep folks from getting past him. And ball was just overthrown. I mean, good on Emmanuel for throwing it out of bounds where only his guy could get it, though.
Handoff up the middle this time, and look out. There's a flag on the play, so this one's probably coming back with a hold. And that'll take away a big run by Cameron Settles.
Yeah, look at
that flag. They did not hesitate to throw that flag at all.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I think that's probably the right call too, and it is a holding.
And Fairview faithful will be happy to see Parkview finally getting flagged on a holding call. Again, Cam is he's running like a man possessed right now. That one doesn't count for the stats or for the play, but he saw the hole, he hit the hole, he was running over whoever's in his way.
Yeah. This sets them way back now. Wow.
I mean, holding on a 2nd and 10 is real problematic because you have obviously now you put yourself in tough position, and now you're outside of field goal range. You got to find something to knock off at least half of this on this 2nd down play.
Bunting's going to look to throw, losing his time, and he quickly finds a man. That's Jermaine Penny on what looked like kind of almost a bootleg screen pass.
Yeah, he was a little bit late on the release. I don't know. It looked like maybe it was Montario out there who they were crossing. They were trying to confuse the defense on who to cover, but they got hung up.
Yeah.
And so by the time he got free, the backside safety was able to come up and help shot it down. But they were able to get a little bit out of this. Now you're at a point where you put positive yardage here, gets you in at least where you're thinking about, do we go for it, do we kick the ball?
3rd down and 15. Emmanuel Bunting fires down the middle. That was a dangerous pass, but Montario Elson comes up with the catch, and he looked like he was trying to reverse his field to get some open room, but there was a Cardinal that just swallowed him up from behind, and now they are well short of the sticks. Probably going to be about 4th and, I want to say 6 yards, maybe 7.
Yeah, looking at Coach Bolding on the sideline, trying to see if he's figured out what he wants to. It looks like they're going to go ahead and try to go for this. They're kind of on the edge of field goal range.
We have a Cardinal who stumbles over in front of the ball, looking like he's hurt.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. It was really hard to tell if it was just a late reaction of being hurt or just an old miss move. But
no, this looks like a kid who may be in a little bit of pain.
I'm gonna assume the former.
Yeah, that's that's Torrance. Yeah, DeCason Torrance. He was the one who had the fumble recovery on a drop ball from Emmanuel earlier. Yeah, he's down. He's in a good degree of pain. Look, he's having a cramp. Yeah, they're stretching him out right now.
Ouch.
Gives Coach Bolding a little bit more time to figure out what he wants to do. You're at the 28 and a half.
And he's back on his feet and kind of strutting back to the sideline. So
I mean, we're on the edge of field goal range right here. You obviously don't want to punt it at this point. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the Parkview offense back on the field.
It really is a tricky situation here because you're only up by 2. You don't want to give Camden Fairview any momentum back, because it looked like to start the 3rd quarter that if you're Parkview, you had the momentum, and now all of a sudden you're just losing it, and so now it's just a battle of wits now.
Yeah, and
the Parkview offense is on the field.
Yeah, clearly deciding that this is the better option here, and I think I agree with the call.
Bunting, look out, losing his time, fires incomplete. And so Camden Fairview is going to take over on downs. It was just a messy play.
Yeah, it looked like they were unsettled at the very beginning on that one, and the Emmanuel got outside. He had an option. He saw something, but he couldn't whatever he was seeing, he couldn't quite pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
And by the time he was able to reset, it was a very dangerous pass and would have been enough, but obviously came up a little bit short. This is, we said at the beginning of that drive, this is very important for both teams. Parkview is trying to go ahead and assert its dominance.
Yes.
Fairview staying in the ball game. Now they've got the ball, not great, but not bad field position.
Hand it off. Try it. Oh, look at that coverage right there. Micah Johnson again. He's been having a lot of tackles in this ball game. I don't even think they gained a yard on that carry.
Yeah, he may have got knocked behind the sticks there.
It looks like they just move it up half a yard.
Yeah, Edwards in on the fun as well. Called his name a few times. This is what you got. This is the Parkview defense we're accustomed to seeing. Just attack with those front four.
That's Jaden Porchia, the running back. Now Atkins is going to throw, rolling out to his right, looking to his left now, and he's going to spike it.
That's got to be
rid of it.
There's got to be a grounding penalty. There's nobody close.
That's what the Parkview fans are calling for on the opposite end of the stadium.
Those are both offensive linemen that he was throwing to. Oh man, Fairview got away with one right there. He was inside the tackle box and he didn't get it past the line of scrimmage. There was no eligible receiver within 10 yards. I mean, kudos for Coach Bolding for not giving up 15 right there. I would be blowing a gasket on the sideline because that was, without question, a grounding penalty.
Yeah, so now it's still 3rd down and 9. Atkins looks to his right, now runs to his left. A little bit of contact, still slipping away, and he's finally just wrestled down. Parkview saying they have the football, no whistle blown. Who's got it? It's an absolute chaos of a scrum. I think the Patriots have the football.
Edwards comes up big time.
We have a Cardinal down.
My main man, number 52, Jeremy Edwards, came up big for Parkview right there.
Darrell Atkins is down. He has not gotten back up.
Also saw Kevin Ellis for the Patriots in on that play as well. I don't know which one caused the fumble and which one recovered it.
Yeah, it was just chaos down there. And now Darrell Atkins, he is face down on the turf. That is not something you want to see.
Yeah, he
has not moved. Oh boy,
he's moving. We do see movement
I can kind of see his feet moving just a little bit. So he's
got
his
helmet off now.
And his helmet is off.
Yeah, that's positive.
That's Darrell Atkins.
Obviously, we don't want to jump to conclusions.
No,
here.
we just want him to be okay. The senior quarterback.
Happy they're taking their time with him. Here he is, good
enough. Oh boy,
glad to see that.
He's such a tough kid. He's such a great all-around athlete too. So you hate to see him this shaken up. I'm very concerned if we'll even see him again in this game. Best case scenario, we do, but really, it's just all what you want to see is him to be healthy. So they're going to check him out on the sideline.
He's coming off under his own power for the most part.
He's limping
very
a bit too.
Yeah,
very, very gently. A little bit of a limp. And it was just very scary to see him just laying down there face down.
He's fully prone, and he didn't. And of course, we were watching the scrum, didn't see the hit, but he clearly something knocked him out or knocked him out of the game at least temporarily.
Cameron settles up the middle, gaining 5 yards in the play.
So, back to the football. This is obviously an enormous break for Parkview.
Yeah.
You were going to look like you're going to have a stop at minimum, but now you get the ball back in plus field position.
I mean, that was just chaos down there.
It was. And you're right back where you were, effectively. I mean, you're now, though, at least you're kind of in Aguilar's field goal range at this point. You're on the edge, but we're close.
I'm on the edge of my seat up here. And of course, we have the farthest view from anyone else at the stadium.
We do see here on the near side, Fairview is warming up their backup quarterback just in case.
Bunting takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Cameron, settles. And Cameron still lowering his shoulder, going to be tackled. That was Jackson Harper.
Yeah, look, it's not sexy, but if I'm calling plays, I'm cam left, cam right, cam middle until they stop it.
Yeah, but really, what I'm also thinking of, I want to see money left, money right,
Right.
because he's also a very fast running back.
Yeah,
Or maybe Dak left, Dak right.
Yeah, you can change out the player is important, but the concept is the same.
Yes.
They're having success running between the tackles, and this is at this point you're just trying to win the ball game.
3rd down and inches, settles, diving into the red zone just enough, maybe even a yard more for a 1st down. And that was just from our angle alone, you really couldn't tell where the sticks were. It looked like it was just, 3rd down in the nose of the football.
Yeah, but again, this is why you want Cam in the game.
Yes.
Because he's that guy who can get it between the tackles so well. Switch it up, run some of these outside pops, see if you get him, because they're pinching down right now. But look at the defensive tackles. They're spreading out so much. They're giving you those A gaps.
Now here's Cameron again, left side, racing to the pylon, but he's out of bounds. They're going to call him out at the 6.5-yard line.
Yeah, Parkview hurrying up to the line. They're ready to go. Emmanuel Bunting is imploring his coaches to get it in. They want to go. They want to go fast.
Clock still rolling with 5:20. Play clock is at 27 and counting. So Emmanuel taking a little bit of time to get his play from the sideline. There's a lot of things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to say anything to avoid a jinx.
Yeah, we're way past that at this point.
Now, pass. Ooh, that was a dangerous one as he was looking for Montario Elson, but he was covered really well, and I think Manny made the right decision to overthrow. And
just let that one go because
was that Buchanan, I think?
Looked like
number
Buchanan
3.
who was there, and he had that lined up. Easily could have jumped that pass. Got another round of heavy mist coming in.
Feeling a little bit of that, but it's not much because it's going over us mostly. 2nd and goal. Settles. They got some big guys there in the middle of their defensive line.
Yeah, Fairview's obviously here inside the 10. They're bringing in more. They're pinching down. They're cheating their linebackers up a little bit because they don't have to defend the backside of the field now. Makes it a little bit more difficult to get those insides.
It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5.25.
Yeah, Fairview's been running 4 down linemen for the most part. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 5th on this one. And those
Will
linebackers
Watkins is calling up his own place up here right next to me. He knows what he wants to see. The Camden Fairview fans cheering on their defense. Bunting rolls out to his right, fires. It was caught. It looked incomplete.
Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, he had it and he dropped it. From our far side, it almost looked like a catch, but it was incomplete. So now it's 4th and goal.
Yeah, and that's tough too because that was short of the goal line too.
Yep. And just short of the goal line.
And it's a tough play. A lot of traffic anyway. But you've got conditions are obviously not favorable.
Yeah, it's just nothing but just water just floating around in the air. It's just.
Hey, and hats off to Fairview after that turnover. Quarterback is shaken up. That could shake up the whole team.
Yep.
And Parkview had what they wanted up until they got inside the red zone, and then all of a sudden, once you got to a goal-to-go situation, they were getting everything they wanted. They were able to tighten up the defensive line. They were crashing down. They brought the linebackers up. They were able to effectively stop the inside runs that had been so effective, and forced Parkview to change it up a little bit, and obviously got away from the things that they do best.
Yes.
And now Coach Boulding is called timeout to talk about this. They may be reconsidering the field goal given the circumstances, given the weather. We got this mist coming in. I don't think the wind is enough to be a problem. It was whipping down there earlier in the game before this rain came through. Now it looks to be not quite the factor that I thought it might be.
It's really just like a very gentle misting. It's a little bit thick too, because it gives the lights kind of a fog effect over the field.
Very much. Yeah. No. Yeah. The Londoners would call this weather. Just regular weather.
Call it summer.
Yeah. But it's pretty soupy. And now I see number 7 back on the field.
Oh boy! This is do or die right here. 4th and goal, going for it.
They're crashing
Money
that
in
line.
motion. Bunting, end zone, passes tipped, incomplete, turnover on downs for the Cardinals. I mean, you understand why, because if you go for 3, you're only up by 5 if you get the field goal. But now,
yeah, that was number 6, I believe. Yeah, Jerome Williams got his hand on the ball. I mean, he had what he wanted.
yep,
But just a nice. I mean, sometimes you got to tip your cap. Nice job defensively there to get through and disrupt the pass, because otherwise that's a touchdown. And now, I don't hate the call. I like going for it. I do wish that had gone for 2 at the first touchdown of the game, of the second half rather. But now you got Fairview pinned way back.
Mm-hmm.
You've got you've got the field position in your favor, and young number 1 is back out there.
Yeah, Atkins is back on the field after being shaken up on their last offensive play, and he's going to hand it off, and nowhere to go. Losing a yard. I couldn't see who that was. That was number 5, Porchia.
You have it at best for Fairview. You have a limited quarterback at this point.
Yes,
who's smart and knows what to do with the ball and is not going to get you beat. But one of the things that you have to account for is his mobility.
Yeah, and
if he is limited in any way right now, you can really focus on running upfield, shutting down the interior run, and you can't back off on your coverage, but you have to worry a little bit less about the scramble.
On 2nd down and 12. Atkins from his own end zone looking to throw, scrambling away, barely gets away, and he's going to gain a couple of yards. There's that mobility you were talking about. It's very, very impressive to see that he's still using it after just almost like laying flat on the ground earlier, not too long ago.
But previously we've seen him run that play, that scramble, and scoot out of it. But he went down basically on first contact at that point. And so, again, he's hell of a quarterback, tough kid, but just not playing at anything more than probably 85% right now.
Right. So now 3rd down and 8 from their own 7. A little bit of a high snap. Atkins looks to throw, nowhere. He was looking for Trent Haygood, but he rushed the pass, and now there's going to be a flag in the backfield. I think that might have been a roughing the passer.
I believe so. I believe we got there a little bit late this time.
Man.
Took my eyes off of it, but boy, that's a giveaway.
Yeah, that's how you start momentum for the offense right there.
Micah Johnson playing hard, playing through the whistle, but this time got there a little late, and this was not just a left tap.
No, it was
knocked
it was
him to
not,
the ground fully, and that is just a breaker, because you had them 4th and 8. Would have been 4th and 8.
Now it gives them a first down.
Now I got a first down and momentum. And here we are with about 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
And now he threw that just late enough. The ball was well out of Atkins' hands by the time Johnson made that hit. So that's just you see it in slow motion and you say, oh, okay, there it is. But real time, that's really close. But I think that's the right call.
Well, and I think the white hat's probably being a little protective of the quarterback, given that he's a little under, he's hurt a little bit.
Trouble with the snap. The ground. Atkins has to pick it up and goes down. So he loses a bunch of yards. Back down at about the 16-yard line.
We haven't. I didn't say it because I didn't want to jinx the Parkview team, but with slick ball, both of these teams running out of the shotgun most of the time. We haven't seen a bad snap or a bad handling until just now.
Yep, there it is. There is 2nd and long situation all of a sudden from their own 17.
Critical mistake right there. Now for Fairview, want to take advantage of that penalty.
Looking to throw middle. There's Haygood, and there he goes. He's going to take it to the house. He's got a Parkview Patriot trying to chase him down. He's not going to get it. And just like that, Camden Fairview has the lead again. My goodness. That's just a defensive breakdown from Parkview.
Yeah, I mean there is nothing fancy about that. They had no help on the back, no safety help. It was nothing more than just an in route, just a slant and go. He didn't even get to the go part. He just slanted, got the ball, and then he went. Good time. Basically, it was the same. It looked like the same, pretty much the same play that they ran on 4th down or 3rd down. Rather, they didn't execute. Just ran from the other side.
Yep. So now, just like that, not taking the field goal is already coming back to bite the Patriots. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here to extend their lead because they're only up by 4. Atkins looks to throw, fires, income. Oh,
nice
I thought it was batting down. That was a really close call, but it's going to be a 2-point conversion. Now they're up by 6.
That was a nice catch right there. Once again, we've talked about him all night. Haygood just was able to. He's got great hands. I mean, that was tough. So now we're back to a bar fight.
Yeah, really what it is.
6-point ball game. We got 1:11 to go. Parkview had a chance to extend and get at least an 8-point lead and perhaps even more. And now they look at them. They find themselves down 6, and this is going to go down to the wire. It looks like
it really is. We're only just over a minute left in the third. Parkview needs a touchdown to tie the game again. And it was that opening safety that really just cracked open Pandora's box for this game.
It really set the tone, didn't it? Like you think about how this Parkview first series, Fairview gets the ball 3 and out.
Yep.
And then they line up in their alt formation and end up doing the pooch, incredibly successful down to the 1. And then, first play from scrimmage is a safety, and it's kind of we've been playing catch-up ever since.
So now you're Parkview, and you just got to move the ball down the field and get in the end zone. That's the only way that you can do it. You got to do it cleanly as well.
Yeah, and you got to be, got to execute on this kickoff because once again they're lining up. It looks like on a pooch.
Yep, they're going to look maybe even a potential onside of some sort. And they're going to switch sides from where they're going to kick it from.
Yeah, Fairview pulling out all the stops, trying to get a slice of this conference title.
Doing any trickery that they can.
Really maximize the fact there's no play clock here.
There's no play clock. Now it's moving. And here's the kick. And looks like you're going to let it roll out of bounds. So
there you go. Now all those machinations, all that movement, trying to outwit your opponents, and you get that kickoff out of bounds. Now Parkview's going to get the ball in plus field position when they need it most, and now it's time for these playmakers, these seniors, to get out there and go out and execute, get in the end zone as quickly as possible. You got to get hat on a hat, stay on the ball, don't do anything. Got to play clean.
Yes.
And I say that instead of taking the penalty, they're going to re-kick.
Interesting. Okay. Because that took no time off the clock.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No Patriot touched the ball.
And that would have already put Parkview a decent field position as well if they just took the penalty. So.
And now you give them a chance to do another one of their. Looks like they have a full stack of kickoffs that they want to execute. Very reminiscent of Pulaski Academy.
Bit of an onside kick and will be recovered by Kyron Marshall. So that gave Parkview even better field position.
I think, wow. My main man, Jeremy Edwards, got a little sick of all that, and he got a downfield block on the kicker right there.
Yeah. The kicker is number 24. We don't have that on our roster as far as I know. So
yeah, I'm watching him down the side. That is
it's a small kid.
Yeah, as a kid who can't take me. I'm impressed. He's a tough kid, taking a knock from 52 and jumping up like that.
So starting the drive in Cardinal territory. Hand off up the middle and a short gain.
We think about Parkview has been so good at these grind out and then bang. We haven't seen the huge chunk plays we're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah.
And then you look at Fairview, they've scored on one huge chunk play, and the second was set up, and the second touchdown was set up on a big downfield passing play.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen that out of the Patriots tonight.
That was Dak Crosby on the carry, and he and both Cameron Settles are on the sideline now. So now it's Montario Elston in at running back. And Manny will give it to him. Elston, there's money. There's that speed that we know him for.
Ooh.
Trying to throw a defender off of him as he's finally taken down to 30.
Yeah, he's showing that he's a little bit more than speed. That is a
Yeah.
low-to-the-ground, strong kid, had leverage, and, yeah, he was ready to body slam the potential tackler there.
He's been making moves like that just all season long. Look at that. Get off of me.
Right
and now
back
here
to
he
it.
is again. Up the middle, gain of 5.
Yeah, Parkview wasting no time, though. I wonder
No
now,
time.
10 seconds to go in the half or in the quarter.
Really,
I wonder,
yeah, they're going to go to the sideline,
Yeah.
get their 4s up. They want to drive down the field and start the 4th quarter hot. And we'll take the break with them. Patriots trailing 23-17 going into the 4th quarter on the Patriot Sports Network.
Let them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
Patriots have the ball going into the 4th quarter, trailing Camden Fairview. Now 2nd down. Penny in motion. Give to Money instead. Montario Elston up the middle, finds a hole, and he finds the end zone and the ATM. Touchdown, Parkview. That's how you start the 4th.
We just talked about we haven't seen those chunk plays out of Parkview.
Yep.
And Money just decided he was going to take over. I mean, that is – how many times have we seen that trip? He finds that hole, he hits it, and then he sees daylight and goes straight to the line. I mean, it's couldn't have drawn it up any better. Perfect way to start the 4th quarter.
As you said, perfect. That's how you start the 4th quarter.
I mean, burnt up all of 7 seconds.
Yeah. Here's Solomon Aguilar. Elliott Bumpers holding. PAT is up and gives Parkview a 1-point lead.
Yeah, the most important PAT of the season for Aguilar right there.
Really is, because there's just been so many bizarre scoring plays in this game that's led us to this point, starting with that safety.
So now if you're Parkview defensively, you go back and you're telling your kids now, it's like you cannot give up these big plays.
No.
Because that's what has kept Fairview in the game.
Yep.
It's been these big plays. You take out 2 of those chunk plays, and all of a sudden now you're looking at a 24-9 ball game.
Yeah.
Like this is a totally different scenario.
It's been a game of mistakes, and obviously Parkview has made more mistakes than Camden Fairview tonight. That's why they've been just behind for the majority of this ball game.
And Fairview's just too good.
They
They're
are.
just too good to make those mistakes. You can do that against some of the other teams in the conference.
You can.
You cannot do it against a quality ball club like this.
Because if you're Parkview, you're used to putting up 50, 60, 70 points on your conference opponents and being able to do all these trick plays just to have some fun like you're playing football on the playground. But now here you are in actually a very important game that's this close.
Yeah, I mean, this is for a conference title. This is for home field in the playoffs. This is for, the potential to stay at home all the way to the semifinals.
A deep, deep kick by Solomon Aguilar. Return from the 10, and some good room there. That was Tristan Herndon on the return down at the 32, and some
I'm afraid
altercation there.
Dak may get
may
get dinged on this one. They always get the one. They always get the guy who retaliates. And
yeah,
as soon as I saw Dak do
that's
the
how it
shove,
goes.
I
Yeah,
saw the
it's
yellow
really
come
just
out.
it's a just showing of discipline, and you got to be, especially to play football for Parkview. You have to. Discipline is a requirement.
Right.
And so that's just a rare mishap.
Well, because you're going to get everybody coming at you.
And so it is on Parkview, and that'll move up. It'll make Camden Fairview's kick return even better.
Yeah, they'll be up near midfield now to start their drive.
it really shouldn't go without saying that cooler heads need to be the one to prevail in such a physical ball game and a close ball game as well.
Well, and you know, obviously, goal 1 is win.
Yep.
Goal 2 is learn, and Parkview's going to get this the rest of the way out.
Yep.
People are going to needle them. They are Goliath.
Quick screen pass the near side into midfield and then some. I think just short of the first down sticks, though, goes Herndon.
Interesting by the Fairview offensive line there. Just kind of dropped almost like full cut blocks all the way across.
That's what you want to do if you're Camden Fairview.
Well, that certainly would eliminate that rush.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 1. Trying to get
once again,
Parkview's D-line to
Parkview
flinch.
showing some good discipline there, at least on the front 4.
A high snap up the middle, 1st down. There goes Jaden Porchia.
Porchia doing one thing that not many guys have been able to do this year, and that's actually get positive yardage between the tackles against this Parkview.
Cleveland Lee has to rush off the field after he loses his helmet on the previous play. A new set of downs for Camden Fairview in Parkview territory.
And Fairview going a nice leisurely pace right here.
And up the middle there. Oh, look out.
Now you gotta let him go.
Yeah, that was Ja'Cory Smith.
They blew the whistle.
That's what you got to do, though. Even it just, Jeremy Edwards, he's been, has a good nose for the ball, and he, even if the whistle's blown, instinctively you want to pick it up just in case.
As long as you can go for the ball, just don't throw the kid to the ground afterwards at this point, because everything's going to be called. There, we already had the unsportsmanlike conduct by Fairview at the end of the first half.
Yep.
Now we had the late hit. That was just ridiculous. Bad discipline there by Parkview. So they're going to be calling this close. You had the late hit on the passer as well. You just got to really, really understand the context of what's happening here and be smart on the field.
2nd down and 12. Very different formation from Camden Fairview. Play action and nowhere to go. Micah Johnson sticking Atkins at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Micah.
Maybe even a loss of yards.
Came right at him. Ja'Cory Smith, again, discipline, be smart. He's woofing at the sidelines right there. Got to be careful. That is one where you could easily get that flag thrown.
Yep, 3rd and 12.
With 9.5 to go, we'll see how this play goes, but this may very well be 2 downs to get 12 here.
So now that's Atkins. Porchia in the shotgun. Expect Atkins to throw here, and he will. And now he's going to have to run away from Micah Johnson towards the sideline, and he's out of bounds. Couldn't quite see how much farther he went because he did gain some yards, but it might be a 4th and 5th situation here.
Yeah, it's definitely 4th and 5 or 6 at least. He got a little bit more than I thought he did out there in the beginning, but watching the far side where they got the chain gang, this is 4th and not nothing.
4th and 6.
Okay.
On the scoreboard here in the stadium, so they're obviously going to have to go for it down 1.
Yeah, you got enough time, but you don't have timeouts. You've already burnt one of their timeouts.
And we have a false start. We're going to have a false start on Camden Fairview. Herndon tried to get a head start, but the snap had not occurred yet. So this will set the Cardinals back.
Yeah, I wonder if that changes the decision-making here. It's still, it's a tough field position no matter what. They've decided this is time to play for the ball game right now.
Big decisive play right here.
If you're Parkview, you keep everybody in front of you, and you cannot let number 1 beat you.
No, you cannot. Atkins, play action pass, looking to throw, fires, incomplete. Incomplete turnover on downs, no flags as Camden Fairview's looking for one.
Yeah, he's begging for it, but there was nothing there. That's just tight coverage, and now we're going to see some discipline out of Fairview. Nobody's looking at him, and Fours better be very happy.
Look at this instant replay here. I'm going to look closely at this one. No contact. Yeah. No contact by
It's just super
Parkview.
Close coverage.
It was really, really close coverage. You are right. I did not see any contact there until the ball really hit the defender's hand.
Once the ball is there, then
that's when you can,
it's free reign. Huge stop there, obviously, for Parkview. Now you've got a chance to salt this one away, Trip. This is why this is it. This is a championship drive.
This is Parkview's most important drive of the entire game. Settles up the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, nice job penetrating right there through the line. That was as good as they have done all night, getting to there. Now looks like we have another cramping
officials
issue.
Timeout. Yep. Might be by the same guy too.
Oh, it looks like oh man, does that kid have a double cramp? Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this. So I mean, we've talked about it. We've hinted at it, but like the truth is, like this is for the conference title.
It is.
Like I mean, a loss here and you still get a slice of it, but a win is unequivocal. You're number 1 seed out of the South. You're home at least the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And a loss and everything gets a little bit more muddled.
Yeah.
Right now, you're up 1. You got 8:50 to go. You've got the best running game in the entire Class 5A, and you've got one of the most talented teams in the entire state, regardless of classification.
Yeah.
And you've got a chance to lock it down and put it away. And this is what you've got to do if you're gonna win the state championship. You've got to win drives like this. This is where you really separate.
That's Cason Torrance for Camden Fairview. He's limping hard.
Had a rough night.
He's using his own power, but he's limping a lot.
And he is a key piece of that interior defensive line for Fairview.
2nd down and 8. Money in motion. They'll give to him on the touch pass. Montario Elston finds some good blocks to the far sideline, and he's out of bounds at midfield. That'll move the chains.
I saw that little crease. He obviously saw it too. I thought maybe he was going to hit but Fairview did a nice enough job of kind of moving his entire defense to the line and really cutting off any of the back cuts. That's one thing that they've done really well. I haven't talked about tonight. I should have. So much of Parkview's success running the ball has been 5 and 6 yards and then cut back. They have cut out every cutback lane. Then Fairview's done a really, really good job playing backside defense.
And it looked like Montario was running a bit conservatively there. You could tell he definitely wasn't maybe half speed at most, but he's still – that speed is just so good that he still managed to get the first down. And now
very patient. He was looking for the hole. He didn't want to commit too fast, and he has that gear where he can get there and get going.
Here's Cameron
quickly.
Settles with another big run. And he's down at the 25-yard line. Holy cow, what an explosive run by the Razorback.
Yeah, big-time play right there. I see a little bit of laundry on the field, though. This one may be coming back.
I see a Cardinal on the ground. It's going to be a hold on Parkview.
I believe they're going to get Travis for that, Travis Worsham. He's the one who's being consoled by his teammates, at least.
Yeah.
Boy, you hate to see that. That just negates such almost a backbreaker type of run.
That was Malik Musa Dennis with the cramp, and he's
he is
hurting
in pain
from that too.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
I mean, my goodness. I don't think cold weather like this would cause that. I really feel like gotta get some electrolytes.
Yeah, I think they're just dehydrated.
Yeah, Torrance is back in the game though after his cramping.
Yeah, there's no obvious external factor weather-wise that would have anything to do.
You just need to get some some potassium in you, some electrolytes.
Eat a banana, drink a Gatorade, and get back out on the field.
Yeah. Now it's 2nd down and forever.
Yeah, I mean, this is another one it's a 1-point game, so you're not really playing the clock.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get yards and first downs, and once again, way back.
There's Cameron Settles on 2nd and 20. Look out. Great blocks and a great run. And he got the first down some way, somehow.
As I was saying, it doesn't matter what the yardage is. They're just going to go get it anyway.
And no flags that time, and that'll move the chains. I mean, just great bounce back play after the hole, and you get the first down again. I mean,
went right back to the well, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just another inside run. Clearly they're beginning to lean on this Fairview team. You can see it by the fact that you're having kids cramping and coming out.
I guess it's really just a level of endurance now that's at play here.
Yeah, level of endurance and just intensity. I mean, every one of these plays is so intense right now.
We got number 1, Montario Elston, in at running back this time. So Cameron Settles can take a break. And let's see how Money can do his business. Left side, finding open room. Oh, great stop by Buchanan to get a hand on Money's foot. Now Buchanan's slow to get up as well.
Yeah, Money was heading towards the first down at minimum right there.
Yep.
As he was racing towards that stick on the sideline, but on schedule. You know, 2nd and 6 is definitely a manageable down and distance for this team.
So we'll keep Monterio in at running back on 2nd down, and Camden Fairview jumped at the line, so it's going to be an encroachment.
Yeah, a little bit too far across the line there.
Yep.
Not and couldn't get back.
Move these real quick for you. Sorry.
They've got now you're looking at 2nd and 1.
Yep.
Completely. Now the entire playbook is open. There's really nothing you can't do right here.
Clock will continue to roll with 6:35 and counting. Now 2nd down and 1.
Continuing to come down too.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of a miscommunication there on the handoff, but Monterio Elston is, look at this push.
Wow.
It's a rugby scrum into the red zone. No whistles yet. Forward progression still going. This is old-fashioned football down near the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 11.
That is as impressive a play as we've seen all year, Chris.
Yes.
Just the fight, the grit. We talked about this is a championship drive. This is what you got to do to win the conference. And these kids know it, and they are playing like champions play.
The line of scrimmage was the 29, and now somehow they're at the 11.
Well, and mine was hemmed up after about 6 yards. I mean, there was 15 yards of just push.
Yes. Just like I said, that's rugby. That's a rugby scrum. Like, holy cow.
Yeah, this is one of you can break the wheel. Hold on to the football, be smart, and keep leaning forward.
Now touch pass to Jermaine Penny. Penny makes a cut up the middle to the 5. They're pushing him again, and he's down to the 2-yard line. It's just those extra effort pushes by the offensive line.
Yeah, this line is feeling itself right now.
Now they're going to try to quickly line up here. A little bit of urgency.
And you're seeing a lot of
panic there by Camden Fairview.
Fairview.
Panic and tiredness. So like I said, it's the endurance. Those conditioning drills that the Patriots run at the end of each practice, they're coming in handy right now.
And now you are in a situation where clock is like, okay, we're under 5, we're in no hurry. You don't have to take it down to 2 on the game clock or the play clock, but there's no reason to jump to push early.
Elston, he's swarmed in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple yards. That's a huge defensive stop. I think they're going to say his forward progression was stopped a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're going to put him at the 3, it looks like.
That's a major, major stop here. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, they're going to get
if you get to the 1, that's another first down, though.
That's true, yeah. You can get the first down without getting the touchdown. And I'm wondering if this is
that's Cameron Settles.
Yeah,
in that running back.
This is big boy football time.
Big boy football. Emmanuel took his time. Here's Cameron Settles. Touchdown, Parkview! Woo, Pig Suey!
Settles got, you watch on the replay, he got his pads low.
Yes.
He was going in right away. Like, he thought he was heading in the end zone at the 2.
Yep.
It would have taken a tank to stop him. He was going at such speed and such leverage.
Now here's Solomon Aguilar. No more words.
Yeah, critical.
No more words. Golf status. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 8-point lead.
That's big.
Major, major, major. I mean, how fitting was it for a Razorback commit to score the touchdown? Because it seemed that every single play on offense would just hit that line, and keep on going.
They kept on going.
Yeah.
Indeed, they did.
Wow. That's how you bounce back from adversity.
Yeah.
Look at this big time run here. This push. Just
the scrum.
Go. Yeah. Going. The scrum started from the 21, and how about it? They gained an extra 10 yards just from that push alone. Like, holy Toledo.
Yeah, that's his. Again, I think we said on the first one, that was the most impressive play we've seen them run all year.
Yeah.
And then they follow it up the second time with another huge, push with all the momentum on the offensive line.
My watch just advised me of a loud environment. Are we that loud right now? Because we're on the way up the top. Yeah, Will's loud. He's being too loud right now. Solomon Aguilar teeing the ball up to kick it away, and I mean, man, he's been a huge factor all year long, and tonight are some highlight plays for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been an incredibly – he's had some pressure kicks tonight.
Mm-hmm. No, he's going to just boot this one. Wow, that's probably his longest kickoff of the season into the end zone.
Yeah, we
that was about 4 yards
that.
deep.
Haven't seen that much this year.
And you love to see it, too. Holy
yeah, he's
cow.
pretty jacked up after that one, you can tell.
That was a soccer kick if I've ever seen one.
Kyron Marshall dapping him up afterwards. That was they all knew that was a big one.
Now here, your Parkview, you're loving the momentum after the touchdown, but you're only down by 8. You're still down by 8. You're still technically down a score. So these next stops are crucial. This next defensive stand is very important.
When we talk about the fatigue factor for Fairview, we saw especially up front there on that last drive. Well, Parkview runs a lot of guys both ways.
There's a handoff up the middle, and they can't get a good push as Parkview did. Only a gain of 2 yards. That was Porchia.
But the guys that go both ways for Parkview, very few of them are up front. You
very
see Edwards
few,
cycle in and out on the offensive line occasionally, but not on that series. He's been fully rested.
Yeah, you hardly see Micah Johnson or Jeremy Edwards or Kevin Ellis.
Yeah, and Farsi is in there as well. He's fully rested.
2nd and 8. Atkins looks to throw. A little bit of time. Fires. That would have been an acrobatic catch by Trent Haygood, but it was just high enough for him to lose it through his hands. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we talked earlier about the need for playing smart football and good discipline. That time, Cam Settles had him lined up, could have folded that kid up, would have been called for hitting a defensive receiver. He pulled off, saw that the play wasn't going to be a problem.
So 3rd down and 8 from their own 22-yard line. Atkins looking near side. Jermaine Penny got it! Jermaine Penny! Jermaine Penny! Touchdown Parkview! The Fiend! Oh my goodness! And a flag late after the play! Jermaine Penny nearly making me lose my voice again.
Jermaine Penny, pick 6 for a conference title.
He just yoinked that ball from the receiver and took it to the house.
Still talking it out at the goal line here. It looks like whatever the call is, the play is going to stand.
I gotta re-catch my breath because holy cow, the Fiend Jermaine Penny. He's going to get on to me for being so loud. I think that was the loudest call I've had all year.
Well, it's a championship call. Oh, they're going to call a block in the back.
No! Oh, my goodness.
The interception will stand.
Yep.
So Parkview still has the ball with an 8-point lead and 3:15 to go.
Yeah.
You're going to miss out on the pick 6, which is, unfortunate,
Sucks.
obviously.
Yeah.
Because that was electrifying.
My gosh,
really would have shut it down completely. But, again, zone in, got a chance to run this clock out and get out of here with a conference championship in your back pocket.
Yeah, the Chains have to readjust here. I don't think they're at the right spots down there.
Yeah, the scoreboard has to readjust as well. They still show Parkview with the touchdown there.
Now here's a question. Can you win a Sully on a play that doesn't count? I just kind of thought of that just now. I don't think you can.
I want to ask the official committee, I think, is just silly.
Shut up, Will. Like I could hear a horrible voice crack and everything. Like I just lost my breath as soon as Jermaine got that ball. And now there's a discussion here on the near sideline.
I'm not sure what the coaching staff is
I don't know. Yeah, it's just not sure what's going on. There's a lot of Camden Fairview fans are leaving.
Well, I think the writing's on the wall. At this point, you never want to. From our point of view, you don't want to take anything for granted and assume anything.
No, you don't.
But it does look as though, Parkview's in a great position. We get out of here, maybe clear out the parking for us when we get out too.
That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna do that for you, Will.
All right, now they got the scoreboard reset.
Okay, so here's the play. Cameron settles. Gain of 5 down at the 15-yard line. This is what you want to do. Just run the ball.
Yeah, now you
Chew
are
up as
playing
much
the
clock as you want.
We talked about the previous drive. Clock wasn't an issue at all. Now you're very comfortable bleeding this clock, eating up all 35 seconds every chance you get.
I'm still out of breath just from screaming.
Fairview has 2 timeouts. They're really in a tough position because even if you do, you're well within Aguilar's field goal range.
Let's take a deep breath, everybody.
Yeah, we hadn't won anything yet, Tripp.
No.
Let's keep it.
2nd down and 5. You're very right. True, yeah. Game's not over. Settles. Tackled quickly, but not after a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, it was a hard tackle right there. It was Jason Moten, sorry. But now, again, clock continues running. You'll be able to snap this ball about 1.5 to go in the ball game.
Yeah.
But they have those timeouts, so you can't just sit on the ball.
No, you can't. You have no other choice but to just run the ball. And I think Camden Fairview, obviously, they see this coming.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to try to change up your scheme on the offensive line just to puncture those holes through the trenches.
They're running. They've got 4 hand on the ground edges and a linebacker.
Cameron settles, gets the first down, and racing to the pylon, into the end zone. Touchdown, Parkview!
I believe that is enough.
And, yep, that should be all she wrote for this one. Do you know what that is? That is a championship second-half performance.
That is exactly what it is. You're nail on the head. This is the game you need.
Yes.
We've talked about it. We talked about the beginning of this broadcast. We've talked about it the last 4 or 5 weeks. Competition level continues to increase.
Mm-hmm.
Fairview is the best team that Parkview has played since Bryant, and they have shown it, and they have been a very tough out.
Solomon Aguilar. It's been perfect all night. Oh, holy cow. I mean, this was the first game all season, really, I guess since the Melissa game, that my heart was pounding and I was really fearing. I don't know if Parkview can come through. But it was games like this that really show why you want to win that championship. You want to be conference champions, and you want to carry that on into the playoffs.
Well, the conference championship is more than just ceremonial. Like you get something out of that. You get home field advantage. You get a weaker opponent in the first round. You're going to probably be playing somebody like Nettleton.
Yes.
Out of the East.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to make the drive all the way to Little Rock, and you're going to have an opportunity to play in your home for the next 2 weeks if you if you keep winning, and then you kind of deal with the semifinals as they come if you're lucky enough to get there, and then try to get home again for that first weekend of December.
That's the ultimate goal, really.
Yeah, we may very well be seeing these Fairview Cardinals.
It happened last year.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. This is a very, very good football team in red.
Really, really is, yeah. And they kept it close.
Yeah.
For the entire game. And now another just booming kick. This time it's going to be taken inside the 1. And look out. He's got some room towards the far sideline, and Jermaine Penny scares him out of bounds. That was Trent Haygood on the return.
So now Fairview clearly is very comfortable running 4 and 5 wide.
Yep.
This is not going to be unusual for them. They're going to be having to push the ball downfield a little bit more.
Yeah,
But they do have the 2 timeouts. It feels comfortable, but this is high school football, man. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know. Yeah, crazier things have happened. If you think college football can be wild, I mean, I think high school football can be sometimes even crazier.
Well, and not to overhype it, but truly, they got a whole bunch of different onside kicks in their back pocket.
They do.
So you really don't want to give them any life.
Different pooch kicks, different squid kicks, onside kicks, just anything that that's an oblong ball. You never know where it's going to bounce, so you can use that to your advantage. And false start.
I thought he got off a little bit fast.
Everybody in the stadium saw that one. Well, it looked like the gun went off in a track meet.
You know, Parkview has been playing deep safeties, but now they're even deeper. You know, now you're instead of 15 yards, 12, 15 off the ball, you're 15 and 20 yards off the ball. Like you're just playing everything in front. Cannot let anybody go behind you.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 with 1:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Atkins. Edge rusher's coming in hot. He's got the fire to the sideline. A good toe tap.
Yeah, nice catch.
And it was caught. So out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That was Will Henton.
Yeah, get about 4 or 5 yards, first down. You know, they're moving the ball down the field. Didn't take any time off the clock.
No.
But if you're Parkview, you kept him in front. You know, this is not a huge problem. Clock is running.
Yeah. So empty set. Atkins has to scramble away and throw it, almost caught by Emmanuel Bunting on the sideline. And he's like, oh, no. It's not often you see a quarterback make a reception.
Yeah.
So he wanted.
It's self-defense.
Yeah.
As much as anything. See, Coach Boulding got the headsets off. He's walking around like a man, very confident in his football team.
Just
shut the door here.
Camden Fairview still trying to move the ball here. Here's Atkins trying to find the receivers, but he was pushed out of bounds by Jeremy Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards all over the field tonight. He's really been a problem in that backfield.
What's impressive is he's showing just no hesitation, like he's not tired at all.
Well, you know, he came in with the ankle that he hurt at Magnolia, and he's kind of been a little bit slowed. He got it wrapped, and he has really been relentless as on the defensive line tonight.
So 3rd down, clock frozen at 48 seconds. Never mind, 4th down. Oops. It's okay. I can't spell or count or read. 4th down from the 40-yard line. 4th and 6. Atkins alone in the backfield, rolling to his left. It's a good hole up the middle, and he finds a man, Trent Haygood. Haygood. Oh, we got a little extra jawing going on down there on the near the Camden Fairview sideline, but that flame was extinguished quickly.
Jeremy Edwards, the peacemaker. He's doing everything tonight. He came in and who was that for Fairview? Jordan Elliott. He was about to get himself in some big trouble.
I mean, Jeremy Edwards is doing everything on defense tonight. He walks the dog. He makes breakfast.
And he got a good thumbs up from the Fairview coaches there for saving one of their kids from getting in big trouble.
So now 5 wide. Atkins fires near side, complete, and out of bounds quickly. They're moving the ball really well, and we got a Patriot down. Uh-oh, is that Jeremy Edwards? And it is. He's slow to get up.
That ankle.
Yeah, limping a bit.
I mean, this is the guy you want to make sure he's kind of maybe pulling at the interior of his leg, maybe his groin.
Yeah.
Really want to make sure he's healthy for next week.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Especially when you have someone as explosive as Amarian Robinson who's out, and he didn't even make the trip down here tonight.
Yeah.
There's Atkins. Fires, long ball, incomplete. Great coverage by Jaden McMillan, breaking up the pass.
Yeah, nice job by McMillan there. Also got a hit, but a clean hit. You know, again, this is wide open.
In the receiver's hands, yep.
But was not aggressively going, just knocked the ball out of his hands. Good football play.
Well, as I was saying, Amarian Robinson, he's watching this game feeling really, really proud, knowing that his defense really showed up and showed out, and he's explosive on offense as well. So he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, no.
Look out. A quick pass as Micah Johnson.
Just a long throw.
You have an angry Cardinal. Zachariah Duhart is, I guess, really angry down there on the sideline.
Turn this into the Jeremy Edwards show. He just got knocked over tea kettle right there, but was able to come up smiling at least, not angry. But yeah, you talk about it, Marion, like the ability that kid brings to the table. You want to make sure that you get him healthy. I hope he's resting and comfortable.
Yes.
And, you know, don't want to ever overlook an opponent, but you kind of feel like you're probably going to have an edge next week. And if he gets to sit out until the second round and get healthy, that would be all the better.
4th and 3. Atkins, quick pass, batted down by Micah Johnson, and that's really just the name of the game, how this second half is gone. And now all Parkview needs to do is kneel down the ball once to seal the deal.
Yeah, this is victory formation time.
I mean, this game has seen so many different just vibrations and moods.
This has really been a one for the ages.
Oh, my goodness. It's been an all-timer of a game because Parkview, for the majority of it, had their backs against the wall.
Yeah.
They were against their heels, and then somehow, some way, they find a way to bounce back from all the mistakes and capitalize off of the few mistakes that Camden Fairview has made.
Well, and finally in that fourth quarter got some of those chunk plays they've been missing the whole game. That was really the missing ingredient for Parkview all night was the ability to get chunk yardage and move the ball down the field.
And there's about a 1.5 second difference between the game and play clock, so it will not matter. The game is over. Parkview with an incredible fighting victory, a championship performance, 38-23. Obviously, we've got to talk about the playoff implications before we get out of here because holy cow, what a fantastic game.
What a great game. Great cap to a regular season.
Yes.
You know, as we promised once we got to Texarkana, the competition level continued to increase. Parkview kept meeting the challenge over and over again.
Yeah, we're having some guys getting separated from the handshake line. It's getting chippy. There's some jawing going on. Oh boy. Yeah, that handshake is getting cut short.
Coaches are intervening as they should.
Yeah, they're not wanting another incident.
Tactician.
We've seen from other teams before, but this is not going to happen with.
And I want to make sure that
we just got it. One of these teams just has to leave the field right here, right now, because obviously Parkview, you want to celebrate.
Yeah,
you're undefeated in conference. Yeah, you just won a conference championship. You were undefeated in conference play. You did not lose to a 5A team, and now obviously that was a very physical game, and so there was jawing going on all game long. So maybe there was some Patriots who was being a bit over celebratory, or maybe there was a Cardinal that was being a sore loser. So now you just have to be very, very careful here not to lose anybody going into the playoffs.
Yeah, and, this is, Parkview showed the medal, got through. We see some Little Rock student resource officers out there helping to control the environment as well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like cooler heads are prevailing. I see some Patriots getting back with the rest of the team, and I see Coach Vaughn getting his guys under control as well. So good job by the coaches and the adults on the field. Getting everybody under control and where they need to go. Parkview deserves to celebrate. They just won another conference title.
Yep.
Undefeated once again through the 5A. And Fairview has a lot to be proud of. They had a really good season. They played this game with quarter all 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Really for this to get settled. Fairview's got a great opportunity in front of them. They're going to have to go on the road, unfortunately, for them in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a team that I suspect is going to be able to survive the road.
Yes.
They've got their seniors. They've got they really know what they're doing offensively.
Mm-hmm.
And that defensive front was very impressive. That was the thing that.
And then you saw that major long touchdown pass to Trent Haygood from that gave Camden Fairview the lead back. You thought, oh no, here we go. They're going to try to run away with it.
Yeah, when Fairview went up. By 2 scores in the first half, it wasn't a lot of concern. It was just more surprise. When you saw them go up by 6 in the second half, that's when things really started to get tight.
Yes.
And that's where you kind of wondered, was part of this since Bryant?
Yeah.
And against Bryant, they were not able to finish the deal against, again, a 7A team, that also had revenge on its mind after last year.
Yeah.
This is a different ball of wax. And they were able to answer the bell, and not only that, but really that drive that secured the touchdown to take the lead, with the 2 plays with the offensive line and Monterio just driving and driving. That is what I think of when I think of Parkview football is the ability to run the football with anger and intention, and that's what they were able to do. And now I get to go back to War Memorial Stadium next weekend. We get to go back to War Memorial Stadium next weekend.
We get to go home.
We get to be in a booth.
Yeah.
We get to have, just the comforts of home.
Yes.
We don't have a 2.5 hour drive, which is nice. But we do have. You're going to get to host the 4 seed out of the East. This is again. Can't ever overlook anybody, but Parkview against a 4 seed from any other conference is going to be a mismatch. Hopefully, get everybody healthy, get some guys some playing time, and then head into the real playoffs to start the second round.
Yes.
And
you don't want to overlook your opponent, though.
Never.
You do want to come in ready to play because it did kind of have that feeling for this game that Parkview came in thinking, oh, Camden and Fairview, they're probably just as good as the teams that we beat previously.
Yeah.
So they wanted to come in and just dominate by default. So obviously that they were showing a lot of weakness here tonight and showing that they're not an invincible team. So you want to come in ready to the first round of the playoffs. So hopefully that's what Parkview is going to do.
They're going to be setting the
next
standard.
week. They need to set the standard. You're right. So we thank you all for joining us for our regular season coverage. We will be broadcasting all of the playoff games that Parkview earns. Of course, if they make it to the state championship, we contractually are not able to broadcast that game because this is a video streaming broadcast, not a hometown radio broadcast. So the only live video that you can see of the state championship game will be through Arkansas PBS. But even better, get your butts to War Memorial Stadium and do that for every single playoff game that Parkview earns themselves in starting next week. And we really look forward to see who we match up against because I know for a fact that no matter who we're playing, they're going to be bringing their best.
Yeah, the Parkview, once again, just like it has the last couple of years, going to have a target on their back for every team that they play. And you can bet that these kids in red out here in Camden are thinking about the rematch right now. They want to see Parkview again. So if we get the chance to see round 2 of this one, what a treat that would be.
Oh, boy.
And hopefully that both teams advance far enough to do that. I'd love to see that. Love to see this one again.
I absolutely would as well. So there's nothing else more than we could say except a congratulations to the Parkview Patriots on being the 5A South champions, finishing the season 9-1 overall, 7-0 in conference play. They're turning off the lights here in the stadium. They're telling everybody on the field to go home, and we got to do the same thing. We got to load up and get in that long drive back home. I got to get up in the morning and go to work as well, so we got to get out of here quickly. So, Brett, I will see you next week, my friend.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good one. Will, thank you for everything you do. Cameron, he can't hear us, but good job on the camera work here tonight. We will see. we will see you all next week in playoff action. This is Trip Geeter, the voice of Parkview football, saying good night from Camden, Arkansas.